An Adelaide PlayStation user whose private details were held by the Sony Corporation has had $2,000 of unauthorised charges run up on his credit card in recent days. It could be the first documented case of fraud in the wake of the theft by hackers of the private details of 77 million PlayStation users worldwide. Sony has shut down the network while it tries to figure out how hackers were able to steal the details of so many customers, as Peter Lloyd reports.
When Adelaide man Rory Spreckley checked his banking details today, he got a shock.
I logged into my bank account just to check everything was okay, and I found out there was just over $2,000 in charges which I didn't personally accrue.
Like tens of millions of people around the world, Mr Spreckley uses his credit card to pay for online games using PlayStation 3.
Normally you would sign in by going to PlayStation Network, hitting sign in, and then bam, you would be in. But instead we get this.
Currently undergoing maintenance.
Yeah.
And how long has it been like this?
Almost a week.
Only today did Sony post a statement on its blog site that explained the mystery.
We have discovered that between April 17 and April 19, 2011, certain PlayStation Network and Curiosity Service user account information was compromised in connection with an illegal and unauthorised intrusion into our network.
An unauthorised intrusion is cyberspeak for hacking. Sony has no firm evidence that credit card details were stolen, but the unauthorised charges on Rory Spreckley's credit card happened only in the last few days.
There was a number of early transactions on the 23rd of amounts under $1, which they say is a usual kind of test run that fraudsters do, and then there's been a number of transactions of larger amounts, including domestic flights within Australia, bookings at Best Westerns and whatnot. But the banks led me to believe that they're under the assumption that this sort of fraud's coming from the US.
How big a deal is this today in the zeitgeist of the online world?
I think it's a pretty big deal. I think mostly people right now are just annoyed they can't play games.
The Privacy Commissioner has begun an investigation to make sure Sony did everything it could to keep its customers safe. Cybersecurity experts want laws that compel companies to tell customers sooner when things go wrong.
Well, a disclosure law that would require a company to contact and inform customers, within 1 day or 2 days of the event occurring, so that those customers can take action to, cancel credit cards or change, passwords or other private information, and also to be aware that their information has actually been stolen.
The advice to PlayStation account holders is don't cancel your credit cards, just keep a close eye on spending. But do change all of your passwords and usernames more often, just to make sure you don't end up in a situation like Rory Spreckley.
I've never been a victim of credit card fraud before, so I guess, that it's a bit of a worrying coincidence.
Peter Lloyd, Late Line.